Hello, all my beautiful people. Welcome back to part two of Unlocking Jupiter's Secrets. Don't forget to hit subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can keep up with all the new info that I will be revealing in the upcoming weeks. All right, I know you're ready to get to the meat of things and how you're going to get to this money using Jupiter's energy. So let's start things by how to invoke Jupiter. There are many various ways to do this. I'm going to give you my way, but I encourage and I implore you to do more in-depth research on your own to develop your own relationship and your own invocations, okay? If you feel that you're not a creative person just in general, or you have a hard time believing in what you're creating or developing when it comes to original ideas, the Archangel Raziel can help you with that. If you want to know more about it, sign up for my Manifesting with Archangels and Angels classes. It's a three-part course, and I will teach you about different angels you can conjure and evoke, as well as evoke, so they can be major players in your life. Raziel is a angel that's considered to be a gateway angel. He helps you connect to other spirits that can help you see the truth in situations or help you develop the ideas. Or if you just have a hard time comprehending things, he will help you comprehend the incomprehensible, okay? Most importantly, like I said, Raziel can help you connect to other spiritual entities and energies. This information is going to be in the description below. All right. So, to create your invocation for Jupiter, you can start by putting together the attributes you know that Jupiter possesses. In my previous video, I spoke on that. I also spoke about Jupiter being sovereign, about it being a energy or a planet of kingship, about wealth and fortune, expansion, growth, healing, prosperity, good fortune, miracles. I mean, it's so much that is in Jupiter. Jupiter governs long distance and foreign travel as well, along with big businesses, higher education, religion, and law. Now, to all my hoodoo saints out there, Psalms 118, if you say that prayer, that is an invocation of Jupiter. And let me be clear about a few things when it comes to hoodoo. Hoodoo is a regional practice and it doesn't look the same in every practice, but Psalms 118 is a great psalm to read to invoke Jupiter. As we discussed, Jupiter's day is Thursday, so you can do a quick Google search and find the planetary hour of Jupiter, as well as going to do the day of Jupiter. You want to do the hour of Jupiter, okay? The easiest way to calculate it is just to use a search engine. Before the search engines existed, people would find the planetary hour by dividing the time between sunrise and sunset and then dividing that by 12. And the first hour of every day after sunrise is always the hour of the planet of whose day it is. But again, lucky us, we have technology that will help us find the planetary hour. All right. So now that you have your day of Jupiter, which is Thursday, your planetary hour, now you need to face northeast. Again, using technology, if you don't have a compass, there's a compass on your phone. You can face northeast and raise a glass of whiskey or bourbon. These are the preferable spirits, end quote, or liquor. Or if you don't have either one, just use any liquor that you have on hand. You can say an invocation such as, "Thank you to the supreme excellence of Jupiter, the sovereign one, who bestows wealth and great fortune for those who seek. Activate my angels, continue to be my refuge, enhance and expand my empire. Favor me with luck, grace, and protection. I raise this glass to you." Now, this is a very important part of the invocation. Before you take a sip of your whiskey, you're going to pour a small amount towards the northeast for Jupiter, and then you're going to take the rest of the drink as your toast. Okay? One of the main things I want to point out is that when you're saying the invocation in your mind, you should be visualizing bolts of lightning all over and around you. Feel the heat and electricity that lightning emits. This is pivotal in the invocation. Don't miss this step. And believe it or not, my loves, you are done. The invocation is done. Sometimes, but not all times, the spirits and the energies will show up. You may see it as flashes of light. You may actually see lightning. Even if you don't see these things, though, it doesn't mean that the invocation didn't work. Trust me, believing in it is a part of the work. You did it, and the energy of Jupiter is all around you. This is the other part where your creativity comes in, though. You should make a money sigil. Within the sigil, you should include words Jupiter or Jove, those two words. You can empower the seal with your invocation or any prayer, verse, scripture that traditionally increases wealth. Just to throw in some fun info you may not have known, Earth may have gotten its water from Jupiter. This information is what I took from the Smithsonian website. It says, quote, when it comes to the early days of our solar system, Jupiter holds a dubious reputation. In some ways, the giant served as Earth's protector, its gravity launching dangerous debris away from the rocky planet. At the same time, Jupiter may have hurled material inward as well, crashing hydrogen rich asteroids and planetary embryos into crowded terrestrial planets. Now, researchers suggest that in doing so, Jupiter and other gas giants may have contributed something else crucial to rocky worlds water. End quote. So, to speak of this in a spiritual sense, they are saying not only was Jupiter Earth's protector, Jupiter birthed. Okay, so right here is we see the feminine aspect of Jupiter. So I want to point out that even though I may say he or she, speaking of certain energies, I know that most spirits and energies are not gender specific but are androgynous. So Jupiter birthed the conditions for there to be life on Earth, sending out embryos, seeds, and not only that, we know about maritime laws. If you don't, here's a short clip of maritime laws being described by Jordan Maxwell.
No, that just strikes me. Let me give you a quick example about the maritime law, the law of water, the law of the sea. Money is water by law. So when a ship, this is why all ships are female by law. All ships, rocket ship, sailing ship, airship, it doesn't matter. If it's a ship, it's female.
Right.
Because the captain always refers to his ship as she.
Right.
She's a good ship, or she's done this. Why she? Because she delivers the product.
Right, the
Without
vessel.
she, there is no product, right?
It's a vessel. It's a whole.
Of course it is a vessel. So is your body. It's a vessel that produces a product.
Right.
So when the ship pulls into harbor, it stops, and where it parks is called its berth. It's berthing a ship, or she sits in her berth. And every item on that ship, coming out that ship, is money. It's money changing hands.
Right.
And it came in on water. So it's called. So every piece has to have what is called a certificate of manifest, because she is sitting in her berth. That's why when you were born,
I had a birth certificate.
your mother's water broke. You were inside a container of water. Her water broke, and you came out, and therefore you have to have a birth certificate.
Wow.
And it's got to be signed by the dock, because that's where the ship is sitting. The dock is where the ship sits.
That is funny.
So once you begin to see how the words and terms are all based on.
Now, again, a lot of our money systems and currency is built on maritime laws. And while money and finances are considered currency, currency is the movement of water from one location to another. And I've been saying this for many years that when it comes to your bank accounts, you have, for the ones that do have them, you should always be moving your money from your checkings to savings or to any other accounts that makes you money. And it doesn't matter how much is in there. It can be 50 cents or $1. You should move your money every day. I don't care if you keep your money in the house. Move it from your closet to your mattress, from your mattress to the couch. Money likes to be moved. That is why I believe that in these times we're seeing so much activity in the oceans and waters. It's because there's been select creatures on this earth hoarding wealth. And we're starting to see the consequences of their actions within the movement of what's going on in the oceans. Even now, people are speaking more of like the creatures like Leviathan, and they're speaking more about other hidden books or certain books are coming up in our lives, like the Book of Enoch, the Ethiopian Bible, all of these things. But the activity in the ocean is what I want us to start paying more attention to, because that much or that amount of water starts getting agitated, and not to mention the earthquakes and other chaos ensuing since the last solar eclipse, that means there's some reactions happening. That means there's a huge shift coming, and it's going to have to deal with wealth. The wealth is passing hands, and that's why we should be ready to receive it. On the next video, we're going to talk more about money baths, money oils, different spells and petitions to keep that money coming in, and how to consecrate jewelry and all of the good stuff. So make sure that you subscribe and hit that notification bell. Chat with me in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.